What up, everybody? It's Monday morning, and we're here with a special group. You already know some of these, Canvas fam rock stars. You're very aware of Beth Crook. She's probably top 2 most famous Canvas people of all time out in the great state of Delaware. John Yoder, what's up, my friend? Kat Flippen. These are just some of our favorites who, as you know, have spent quite a bit of time helping the Canvas community, have been on these live streams a lot the past little bit. But today, we have some other really special guests. My friend, you'll see there on the right, Jackie, give us a little wave. Jackie loves public speaking and loves being on video, things like this. So we thought, what better way than to bring her into this? So Jackie runs all of events for Instructure and for Canvas. So she's got a big thing coming up on the 15th of October. It's called CanvasCon. If you haven't heard about it, you are missing out. It's a free event. We're going virtual this year because we want to keep you safe and sound. So if you haven't signed up, you'll see there's a giant link. I already shared it. There it is right there. You don't need to type it in. Just click on it. Click on that link and you can attend the event for free. But what we're going to do today, Cassie there, I almost forgot, my second favorite, your second favorite to Beth, of course, Cassie. Cassie has been helping to run all of the partner relationships for us this year, and they're going to give us some updates on that. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Jackie to kind of give a background as to what CanvasCon is, what people can look forward to, and then John, Beth, Kat, we're all going to jump in with questions. And then, as always, I'm going to grill these 3 Canvas fans right after this on all things Canvas. So get ready. With that, hey, Jackie, don't be scared because we have a lot of people on here, so I don't want you to get nervous or anything. But give it to us. Let's hear it.
Absolutely. Well, what an intro. Thanks, Mark. And thank you, everybody, for having us. I am usually the behind the scenes girl, but every once in a while, I'm not afraid to make an appearance. So, yeah, we are super excited this year. Obviously, a way different environment than we've ever done before. But nonetheless, it will be just as an amazing of an event as it is in person. We've really worked hard to bring the most in-person virtual event that there is out there. So just a little background, CanvasCon or InstructureCon, as it has been before, is just a wonderful user conference where people can come and learn and network and be inspired about education. So this year we have an amazing lineup. Not only do we have a community of fantastic speakers, we have SouthCon, LeVar Burton that are here to inspire us in our keynotes, as well as a bunch of our internal awesome executives that I'll tell you about product, about our strategy and vision for the future, and about our amazing community. We also have this year this amazing live networking portion of the event. And I mean like as close to live as you could possibly get. So we really want you guys to be prepared for it. We really want you to join. This is only going to be available on October 15th. So make sure you sign up by October 9th so you can come and join us and literally do this. So we've created this awesome partner and product hall that people can come, click on their mics, click on their video, and have real conversations with each other, not only with each other, but with Canvas folks, with our amazing partners. And so we are really, 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 if you can't tell, I'm really excited about it. But I want Cassie has done an amazing job this year. We have some really awesome things for you to earn, to give away. We're also doing a Canvas store. But Cassie, tell us about the partners that are going to be there and then how people can get this awesome swag.
Yeah, for sure. So we have 34 partners, and like Jackie said, you're going to be able to enter their booth and have real-time conversations with them. So you'll be able to navigate around their booths, sit at different tables, have conversations with partners as well as your peers. And then as you are entering partner booths, you're also going to be earning free swag. So we've partnered with Badger, and they've created a pathway for us. So as you attend keynotes and breakouts and partner booths, you'll be earning badges to redeem water bottles and
all different colors.
All different colors, and then coat epoxy backpacks as well. So we're just trying to really make it as experiential as possible without being in person.
I love that. I love that. Tell us really quick, Cassie, some of the big partners who are joining us this year. Give us a flavor for who they are.
Sure. So we have Google, we have Microsoft, we have AWS, we have Dropbox, just to name a few. So if you go to the CanvasCon website right now and you click on partners, you'll be able to see kind of a full list of all those partners. So we have 34 total. So I can't, sorry, Mark, I haven't memorized all of them. I don't know.
I bet if I gave you 2 hours, you could name off most of them. But we don't have 2 hours because we got to get going. So what I want to know for all of those massive amounts of people who are here with us right now, if you haven't signed up for CanvasCon, I want to hear one good reason why you haven't. Beth's going to be there. John's going to be there. Kat's going to be there. Jackie and Cassie are going to be here for sure. You guarantee I'm coming. They couldn't kick me out of there if they tried. So sign up, click on that link, and join us. So Beth and John, you guys have participated in some of these before. Kat, it's surprising to me because Kat's been one of our favorites for a long time now. She's never been to an in-person event. But I want to hear from you guys. What are you most excited about for CanvasCon? Any questions you have for Jackie and Cassie?
Well, I'll speak up first because I usually do. I'm really excited just because I feel like this would have been my third InstructureCon, and I always feel like I'm Neo in the Matrix, like getting plugged in and like so much information. So I'm really excited for the spontaneity of it. The fact that, I think it'll be a little easier to get to sessions than when we were trekking across the parts of Colorado or in Long Beach. So I think that'll be really exciting. And then I am excited to see the potential of like the lounge or the partner hall, because the connections I've made with people through this, I mean, it's one thing to be a program about delivering content and education, but to be as responsible as Canvas has been to affect the culture, so that we know how the product is being used is powerful. So I'm just excited to kind of see the experience, and I know you guys will make it phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm right there with Yoder. This is my fifth one. I'm excited for no altitude sickness. Not having to deal with that. And, actually being able to go to as many sessions as I want, and not have to pick and choose between like 4 favorite sessions all at the same time. Now we can go to all of them because they're going to be recorded and streamed right away. So that's very exciting. And I don't have to race to get to them and hope that the room's not full by the time I actually get there.
Let's be clear, Beth, you get priority seating. Just tell them Jackie sent you. Anywhere you want to go. This is as if Beyonce and Michael Jackson walked into a room and said, "Can I find a seat?" She's like, "Of course. Beth Crook, you can speak if you want. Do whatever you want."
Of course, last year I would just wheel in, and they actually gave me the nickname Wheels, and I'm like, I bring my own seat, so move out of the way.
Jackie and Cassie, walk us through. Some people I know have had concerns about, well, this is happening right during school. I'm not going to be able to make it. What would you say, Jackie, to the people who are saying, well, is it really worth me signing up?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, of course, it absolutely is important to sign up. And I'd say the meat of it, as you guys mentioned, there's all these sessions, and there really is no timestamp to watch them. After the live event, all of these sessions will be on demand for 60 days on our website. But what won't be is that live networking portion of the event, to which you really can meet with people, really create that community and feel the Canvas love. And I would say that is like the most important part of our event. Our Canvas community is amazing and phenomenal. And there's nobody better to talk about Canvas or use cases or just be together right now in the times that we're having than this community. And so I'd really say, get on, register. It's free, regardless. Try to make what you can because you can only earn free swag that day as well. But really be a participant in this live networking. Come meet people from all over the world. If we haven't mentioned that, it's a global community that comes together. And so it'll be really fun, inspiring. You're going to learn a ton, and it's just going to be amazing.
Love it. Kat, you had something you were going to say there.
I do. So for all the people in the Southeast who are very sad because Nashville was a dream come true, right? Those of us, it was very hard for those of us in Georgia, for example, to travel all the way to Utah or California. That's a big issue with ISTE, the International Society for Technology Education. They somehow skipped Atlanta. And so we're like, well, thanks a lot, ISTE. So Canvas coming here was a wonderful thing. And of course, a pandemic. However, it starts at noon on the East Coast. So it's a wonderful thing that we actually have a great time frame to start. So you really literally can't, maybe you missed an hour or two, or maybe you put in for some professional learning lead. It's all online. Most of it's asynchronous. Like, how wonderful is this? There is zero excuse for not signing up and not trying to make what you can make. And the fact that it's free as well. Heck, all your professional learning budgeteers would love that. So take advantage of this. I know I am. I was already going to go to Nashville CanvasCon, but since Nashville ain't happening, this is the next best thing because I can just do this from this room or from my classroom. So super excited about this opportunity.
Love it. We do have, of course, our good friend Marcus on there talking about how this is a screen full of awesome. And I couldn't agree more, Marcus. I couldn't agree anymore. So some of the keynotes that you're going to see, Jackie already talked about it, but again, LeVar Burton.
Yes.
Pretty impressive. Anybody who hasn't watched Reading Rainbow, raise your hand. Don't raise your hand because we don't want to judge you. That man is an absolute legend. Sal Khan. We've been working on a lot of the executive presentations, and they're going to be stellar. The customer presentations are looking great. You may see some of these faces on different screens throughout the actual event. This is, as you know, I'm a big, huge fan of the community. The biggest value that Canvas can bring, the product's fantastic. But the people are what will make you stay and what will make you come back. So please take the opportunity. Go sign up. It is free, 100% free.
That's why
Zero money.
Every year. It's like a family it's like a reunion of cousins every year. It really is. Every single year, I feel like I'm going to a big reunion of my cousins every year.
I like to think of you as a sister, but whatever. Cousins are fine, Beth.
Well,
it's not going to be like what you're used to with some other conferences where you feel lost, even online. So having done some online conferences, you still feel a little lost because they're very impersonal at some point, right? Because they're just streamed. Having that a live interface, be able to interact virtually with vendors is kind of phenomenal. So I'm super excited about that too, as opposed to kind of feeling lost and sitting here by myself. I won't be feeling so isolated. So that's a wonderful setup.
Absolutely. And we're always here for support too. I think that's the other thing unique about our conference is that if you ever feel like you're lost, there's a team of support folks, just conference support that it's in the corner of our website and on our event website, that is, and you can just reach out and say, I don't know what's going on, or help me find this, and we'll be there to help you. So we never leave anyone behind. We want to bring you on the journey with us.
Love it.
And that's always been my advice to anybody new coming to the conference is, reach out to anybody that you see, especially, if you see Queen Kona or Kristen Lundstrom or anybody, any of the rock stars that you see, if you want to say hi, do it, because everyone is so unbelievably friendly and they want to talk to everyone. They want to meet you. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy, because that's just who everyone is. That's why we're here. And even, even instructor employees, everybody wants to talk. So don't be shy about it. If I've never gone to InstructureCon with people that I work with. I've always been a solo panda. We started that hashtag a couple of years ago, the solo pandas. I've never traveled with anyone, and I've never felt left alone or bored or anything. So everyone's taken me under their wing. It's been what
I love that.
That's awesome. And you'll be able
Okay,
to,
Jackie,
yes. Go
wrap
ahead.
us up because I know we got to get you on, and I gotta ask some deep, dark questions to John, Kat, and Beth.
Absolutely. I was just going to follow up to that, Beth, by saying when you enter our partner and product hall, you'll be able to find any one of us. We'll all have a little canvas. I've been calling it a bug, but people have not been. They've been telling me, "Why are you calling it a bug?" But our little logo as our profile picture, so you'll be able to find any instructor person when you come in there. But there's a community building, there's product buildings, as I mentioned, there's live session buildings, and it's all easily sortable and findable within our live partner and product hall. And just get ready to have fun and learn and be inspired. And we're so thankful that you had us here. You guys are great. We love you all, and we look forward to seeing you on October 15th.
And I just want to mention, we're also going to be opening up a networking building
Oh, yes.
2 days prior to the event, so you can get into the platform and network with your peers and see kind of how it works before.
Fun.
Yeah,
That's helpful. Thank you.
we're sending out a lot of information this week on gear checks and pre-event checklists, so you guys are fully prepared to have a really immersive experience.
That's awesome.
All for a reason. If you haven't signed up, click on that link.
Yes.
You're getting all this communication that Jackie's sending you in the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
Everybody, big round of applause for our friends Jackie and Cassie. We're going to let them get on their way so that someone doesn't get mad at me for keeping them.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Have fun, my friends.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, with that, friends, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation, which is you, Beth, John, and Kat. Question number one, just to get a little level setting. I just want a yes or a no. John, have you attended a previous Canvas event?
Yes.
What were your impressions? What were the best parts?
The best parts were the keynotes always, and this year's no sideshow to that, because those are some big names, especially when you talk about like equity and access for all people. So I think there's some powerful messages there that aren't necessarily, about platform in that moment, but it's to put you in the right mind frame for how you're using that platform. So, and then the other piece for me is the connections, so all of the networking buildings and everything they were just mentioning, I'm really excited about, because I'm not going to be worried about getting somewhere. I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to be where I want to be, and I'm going to be able to be in the moment and engaged in powerful conversations.
Love it. Beth, we know that you've definitely attended many of our events before. I think this will be number 5. What are some of your impressions? What were some of the best parts thus far?
The community. Obviously, I can get into some deep stories, but definitely the community. They have gone above and beyond, and to getting me there and to making sure that everything was needed to happen happened, and they're just, the community is amazing. The community is by far the most amazing.
I couldn't agree more. And there are going to be lots of
there's
opportunities.
Not many words I can truly say about this group of people that you don't even truly know in person. Yeah.
John, you were going to say something.
Well, I was going to say, I always feel like, Beth and some of the, like Kona, like I feel like the 5 Timers Club from SNL, like there should be like some kind of jacket that they wear. And then eventually maybe I'll get there after I get to my 5th conference. Like it's really cool because like she said, even though there is that air, they're so approachable and they're amazing human beings. So I just love sharing the space with them.
We got that jacket our 5th year, actually, that first year. It was when, who was it that was in concert from Greece? Sandra D, Olivia Newton-John, and we actually got the black and some of our jackets that year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Kat, what about you? This will be your first attended event, right?
Yeah. I've properly have stalked it in the past. Again, I think last year was Long Beach, right? So the best thing I've done for myself and trying to figure out, well, what exactly am I going to be expecting, is Google search for yourself InstructureCon, because it wasn't CanvasCon previously. It was InstructureCon. So do InstructureCon like 2019 and 2018. All that information still exists on the Canvas community and on their websites, associated websites. So just Google search it and look and see what's there. Go to Twitter and type in InstructureCon, and you'll see all the stuff from last year too. Going through all that stuff last year and kind of, stalking/lurking, it was wonderful because you get a ton of information. Now that we have this ability to do this asynchronously or synchronously, whatever best fits your schedule, and also still have access to this amazing network of people and just learn as much as we can in one day, which is awesome. It's not a 5-day huge travel commitment, right? You can't go wrong with this. So many people have attended. I'm thinking about my people in the Southeast, for example. We have FETC in Florida, which is gigantic, right? And then, North Carolina has their conference. Georgia has a state conference. Everybody has a state conference. You just kind of get a watch in that experience. And sometimes you find people, sometimes you don't. ISTE for me got too big. And I was just like, at some point, I just can't do ISTE anymore. I feel like CanvasCon has always tried to differentiate all their sessions. So there's always those beginner ones, but then stuff for admin and stuff for advanced, which you often miss in larger technology conferences. And they're doing the same this time too, even in one day. So if you're an admin and you're just very technical, you won't come to a conference and just be like, well, this is just for teachers. It's a lot more than that, right? And oftentimes people who are admins also are teachers too, or have the educational background. So you get both perspectives that frankly everybody in education should have. So I'm super excited to have this experience. I think that a lot of people who've been hesitant about attending InstructureCon in the past, coming to this will kind of give you that sense of, what that's what this is about. Because it's, from what I see, it's radically different than what other conferences have provided as an experience. So this is that taste. Don't miss out on it, because the next year, assuming they come to somewhere close by, or no, just kidding. We have time. We have time to hope that 1, pandemic is over, and then 2, we can get some funding out for professional learning. You can go and have that experience in person and truly have this family network that exists. So, which I frankly have not ever experienced in any other conference.
Love it.
I was going to say. I have to say this too, because the feasibility, we had already mentioned, like, why would you go if it's on a Thursday in the middle of the week? Well, it's definitely worth asking. Every school has a process for allowing, whether it's, professional learning, or even like we have what's called Act 48, like, that kind of, it's worth asking. So if you haven't at least asked your building admin, strongly recommend you do it tomorrow. I think especially the time, you have 2.5 weeks, you have enough time to understand how to do that, let them approve it. So it's definitely still feasible. And then I would also, in saying that, even if you watch some of them asynchronously, oftentimes there's a way for you to, supply, something to your district. So please look into that.
Oh, I agree. If you're a virtual teacher, or if you're teaching mostly virtual in some way, it is not hard to go to your principal or go to whomever, your department chair, your AP, and say, hey, there's this opportunity. Even if you're on the West Coast, it starts 9 o'clock, Mark? 9:50 or
10
so?
o'clock.
10 o'clock. I mean, my Lord, you can't go wrong with the timing. It's not right smack in the middle. You can still have your Google Meet or your Zoom at 8 o'clock with your kids, get them on a great project-based learning activity, and then you're off to your professional learning for the day. So I think that, especially for virtual learning teachers, you have a great opportunity. And if you're a hybrid teacher, in-class teacher, there's a way that we can work. You can always work around that. But there are really no excuses.
No excuses.
And honestly, even if you don't use Canvas, there's plenty of opportunity for you to be in this conference.
Actually, no, that's a great point. I've gotten
it really is.
In my state, a lot of people have been asking questions. We've had an influx of people joining, and I get why. It's like, oh crap, we don't have an LMS. What do we do now? Canvas, right? Which is that's the right choice for the record. But if you are curious about Canvas, right? I guess Canvas curiosity is a thing. So this is a great opportunity to sign up and come ask questions. You're not going to be told, no, you can't come here because you don't own Canvas or you haven't used it. Canvas has a free version that you can use too, right? So come on in and ask questions.
Just like Marcus said, everybody, #no excuses. Hashtag Cat said it. Register today. Come to CanvasCon. Andre, our friend, you're saying you're not a teacher, not an admin, you're an instructional designer.
Oh, Lord.
All the more reason for you to be there.
Oh, right.
You will get so much out of this conference.
That's so true. It really is. It really is hard. Like every single person, like looking at the list of sessions now, every single role. I mean, I'm thinking of every single role that touches, instruction in some way, whether it is technical support, designing, learning, or your actual classroom teacher. You have the opportunity to learn something here. There's
somebody.
Exactly. And I think that, again, the Canvas Curious, I'm even thinking, how people have already asked in our comment stream, we have people who are already asking questions, right? What a great place to come and ask those questions. If you can't get an answer, come and ask the question on that day. Guarantee you will get your answer.
Guaranteed. We may have a special place. There is a group, all three of these members are part of that group where we are literally talking and joking and figuring problems out on a daily basis on the weekends, for heaven's sakes. You forget to look at your phone and you come back today and you're like, oh my goodness, those guys didn't stop over the weekend. So we're just telling you, we may have some special places to talk with Beth and with Kat and with John and all these other people who have become kind of staples in the Canvas community. Okay, next up, I want to know what's top of mind for you, Kat, this year. What are you hoping to learn the most of as you attend CanvasCon?
Well, so I've been out of the classroom since 2014, which sometimes feels like it's far, sometimes feels like it's close, right? And I try to do as much work with teachers and try to get in there as much as possible. For me, I'm looking forward to, and this is for everybody, my instructional designer friend on here, anybody who does instructional technology, any leaders, principals and APs and district administration, you've got to come to this too, right? You can come and sit in sessions that are led by teachers actively teaching with Canvas and hear some of their experiences. That would give you a great perspective right then of how Canvas is being used in the classroom, which I feel like if you don't take the time to really go and look, and oftentimes, right, especially right now, y'all, it's hard for leadership or people who do technical support or instructional support to really dig in and see what's going on. This is a perfect opportunity to take just one day and just kind of get that great understanding.
Beth, what about you? What are you hoping to learn?
I am going to absorb as much information as I can. I want to see what new tools are being used. Chris. I want to see how people are using this in different ways, because I feel like I've been so absorbed the past 7 months in getting things running for my school and for virtual learning that I have not had my eyes open beyond St. Andrews and beyond what is right in front of me. So I feel like I need to open my eyes and see
that. It's almost like an ed camp. Y'all are familiar with ed camps, right? So it's like that kind of one day ed camp experience that gives us all that, the boost of energy that we all need.
Yes, the creativity. We need that creativity reopened.
And it's like at the perfect time, because we've at that point, a lot of us have been steering the ship for a while, and we're at the point now where we're ready for a pivot. We're ready for something to add to our tool belt, and you're going to surely find something to be inspired by.
Okay, everybody, you all know Chris. This guy right down there, he was the father. He was the father of this whole live stream project. Beth, John, Kat, Noah. He came one day late in a weekend and said, Mark, we need to do something to help the Canvas community. Yes, so 100+ streams later, here he is, the king of the live stream. Chris, you have been a part of many Canvas events in the past. We want to hear, what is it for you that you're most excited about learning or seeing at CanvasCon this year?
I think, well, there's quite a few things, but one of the things I'm excited about listening to and learning from is from new people who haven't been in the Canvas culture for a while. They're new, and so they've been, quite honestly, they've been kind of like going through some of the growing pains, right? And so then having a chance to kind of express their learning from those growing pains, whether they be a teacher or whether they be an admin like myself, And so I think being able to listen to individuals speak to their new experience, I've been here for a few years. And so I feel like, I've been kind of traveling a little bit uncomfortably, but anyway, so I'm kind of excited about listening to some people come in with some fresh experience and share things that I know for a fact that I'll learn. I'll just learn some new things. So
love that. John, let's jump over to you. I want to talk about topics. What topics in EdTech specifically are most top of mind for you today? What are you excited about talking about with your peers?
Well, I guess because I've been so much in the classroom and things like that, I'm trying to break into the other side. So like, going to some of the ones that are for IT or admin, things that don't necessarily relate to what I might do on a daily basis. But like I went to one last year on like API protocols and learning what an API was.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was like challenging myself a little bit, and I liked that it was comfortable, and the way that they, explained how Siri and how we say, hey, where's the nearest pharmacy that's still open, and then what the protocols are for that. It just helped me like understand, because when you're using a system as robust as Canvas or our student information systems, then you begin to understand the language and how it works and why it has to be so picky. It's like it's our information system. We can't just let anybody in. We have certain protocols. So it started clicking for me. So I think, like Andres mentioning, I'm not a teacher, I'm not an admin. Well, what a great opportunity to see the other side of the coin for even a session is something that for me is really powerful, and I'm looking forward to.
Love it. Beth, what about you? Topics that are really top of mind and important to you right now in education?
Geez. Just anything. Anything. I think right now we're just trying to get through the security and everything with virtual learning, and trying to get the Google to work with Canvas right now. I know. It's working well for us right now. I mean, I'm hopeful that it's going to stay up. I don't have a clear answer.
I think that was a great answer. There's so many great things. Kat, what about you?
Well, I mean, for me, it's twofold. One, I love learning. And again, I've ran ed camps since 2012 here in Georgia. And I love that kind of shot of energy that you get. You get your questions answered, you get great ideas, and then you can immediately take them the next day and apply them. And if you look through the sessions, by the way, if you're already registered, you can go into the agenda and actually favorite some of the ones you like now. So done, weeks in advance if you're somebody who's like that. If not, you can do it the night before or at the moment of, that's fine. But you can see all the stuff that's there. But I want that learning piece, but I also feel like, just from my own experience, like people asking constant questions about the Google Assignments LTI, having that kind of expertise and being able to, as an admin and an instructional technologist and somebody who's working with teachers and training, I'm able to go in and experiment with stuff and figure out problems of things and find solutions that, yes, I could share here, but, as people go in and ask questions, I can share those solutions there too. So I want to be able to, help others, but I also want to be able to intake as much as possible. And there are so many amazing sessions. I'm super excited. I'm not sure. I guess, following a camp, you can do the vote with your feet kind of thing. So I can be in one for 5 minutes and do another one, or you can be that person. I think my boss at one point when we were doing learning had 4 screens up. You could do that too if you wanted to. It might be a little confusing, but you don't want to miss out on any of that amazing learning.
Chris, let's have you wrap us up. What's the one topic you're most interested in hearing and learning about at CanvasCon this year?
I am most interested in seeing how the landscape of teaching and learning is dramatically changing. And that means like not only how virtual, like, John had mentioned, virtual learning, and Beth's talking about how they're still working through this. We're all working through this, but how I'm hoping how the impact will be long going. Like, let's get rid of the pandemic. Hopefully gets out of the way. But then, let's say the pandemic ended tomorrow. Okay, well, is your teaching and learning still going to be impacted in what you've learned? And hopefully I mean, I hope that Canvas will be part of that, but if it's not, then are you still at least bringing some things into that new realm? So I'm definitely interested in hearing from teachers how I'm hoping beyond the tech problems, beyond the frustrations that we're dealing with, how this has made a positive impact on that space.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Other people who have other LMSs employed, like looking at the stuff that's being talked about on October 15th, there's a whole discussion about LTI, there's a discussion about discussion boards.
Mm-hmm.
None of that is specifically Canvas necessarily, just, proper usage of those things, especially in these times. So why wouldn't somebody who uses Blackboard or Schoology attend this as well? It's not like, hey,
Absolutely.
you're going against the mothership of some sort. It doesn't hurt to also go and look at other conferences to learn things. So
Absolutely.
I love that. Well, you heard it here. These 4 lovely people are going to be with me at CanvasCon on October 15th. Look for them. We may have some special table or room to come and say hi to some of these incredible Canvas advocates. Big thanks to them. You will see that link. If you haven't registered, don't wait. Do it today. You want to get those updates from Jackie over the next couple of weeks to make sure you're prepared. We'll see you all October 15th. I will see all of you again tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. We are talking about some really cool research about the state of higher education that really is relevant for not only higher ed teachers, but also for K12 teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So come tomorrow and learn a lot about what the students and admins have said. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.